Hi everybody, I'm Becca Robinson, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about digging deeper and discovering your potential challengers' whys. Now, why is discovering their why important? Well, because all through life we go through our days having conversations that are super servicey. And with anything having to do with sales, it's even worse. So if you stop and you take the time to actually talk to someone and figure out why they want to do what they want to do, what are the feelings that they're having that's associated with it, what are the things that they're excited about after they reach their goal, you actually help them to feel seen and heard and listened to, and that is a really special thing, and it's a super uncommon thing nowadays, so it actually helps you to stick out a little bit more in their mind. I'm sure that you've heard the quote that people will forget most of what you say to them, but they won't forget how you make them feel. So if you can make a potential challenger feel valued and listened to and understood and heard, then they're going to remember that, and that's going to make an impression. So let's talk a little bit about some of the practical reasons for discovering someone's why. Well, number one, because it creates trust between you and that potential challenger. Taking the time to slow down your conversation and take it from all business talk or money talk about the challenge to talking about them and their motivations and their story builds trust in your relationship. Creating that safe space where they feel like they can open up to you about that builds trust and basically lays the framework for a friendship to develop. Second, because if you know their core motivations, you can actually give them responses specifically catered to their needs instead of just a canned response about what your challenge groups are all about with a link to purchase at the bottom. If you know that someone only has a month before their high school reunion and that they don't have a lot of time to work out and that they are really, really bad at nutrition, then you can recommend the 21-Day Fix. That's the perfect program for them. If you know that someone is really overweight and they can't do a lot of cardio and that makes them feel really self-conscious and give up on programs, then maybe you can recommend something low impact for them. So if you can dig a little bit deeper into people's stories, you can give them something that can really help them instead of just kind of shooting in the dark or letting them pick when you know so much more about all of these programs than they do. And having that sort of personalized response can really mean something for that person. Third, because discovering someone's why, their core motivations and the feelings associated with them, that's what fuels their decision making. So when someone decides to make an impulse purchase, it's usually because there's really strong feelings associated with it. When someone goes onto Beachbody's site after seeing an infomercial, it's because that infomercial made them feel like they could do it. They wanted to feel the way that the people in the infomercial were feeling or were saying that they were feeling after they hit their goal. And so they said, all right, I'm going to buy this because I want to feel that way too. So if you can take the time to really discover someone's why and their core motivations, that can help them to make the decision to join your challenge because those feelings are what fuels their decision making and thus their purchasing. Knowing someone's why can help you address their fears. This is just kind of another way of saying an objection, but a little bit stronger. So especially with women, when women are joining your challenge group, there can be a lot of fear hidden under there. A fear of failure. Maybe they've tried so many fitness things and none of them have worked and it's embarrassing and they don't want to have that experience again. Or they don't want to have to tell their husband that they're trying this new thing and then fail at it in front of them or in front of their friends or family. Maybe there's a fear of it not working and them wasting a bunch of money that maybe they didn't have to spend. If you know someone's core motivations and the things that are driving them, then you can kind of address that and help to put their mind and their feelings at ease about it. You can share your own perspective on it. Maybe you felt the same way. Maybe you had the same fears. Maybe you have had some challengers with really great results recently that had similar fears when they started, and you could kind of tell them their story to inspire them. Knowing those concerns ahead of time can help you cater your responses and help you be a better coach in general and just a better conversationalist. Lastly, Because as their future coach, you can be a much better coach when you know their core goals. So knowing that someone wants to lose 10 pounds is great, but if you know that they want to lose 10 pounds because they have a high school reunion coming up, you can really cater your coaching to them. You can say, all right, we're starting our group. I want you to send me a photo of the outfit that you're going to wear to your reunion, and I want you to print it out, and I want you to put it on your bathroom mirror so you see it every day and it keeps your goals in the forefront of your mind. Or let's say they had a baby and they've had a really hard time kind of getting their groove back, feeling like themselves again, and you discover that one of their core motivations is that they want to feel sexy with their husband again. They've for so long felt like they're in mommy mode and they want to feel like themselves again. So you could say, hey, what I want you to do is I want you to plan a date night, a special date night the weekend after this challenge ends, and I want you to put up a picture of where you're going, somewhere you're going to see it, or I want you to put it in your calendar, and I want you to set it to send you notifications every week, reminders that that date night is coming up, and that's going to help keep your goals in your mind so that you're not going to give up on this challenge. Or let's say they're a new mom and they have a bunch of kids and they just feel tired all the time. And one of their main motivations isn't really about losing weight, but about getting healthy and feeling energized. You could say, I want you to make a list of the top 5 fall activities you want to do with your kids this year that you haven't been able to do in the past. And I want you to tack that list up on your fridge so that every single day when you're planning your meals, those are right there in front of you, and it can help you stay on track with your goals. You see how knowing someone's why can make you such a better coach for that person and have them have a way better experience and hopefully not give up the same way as they would if all you knew about them was that they just wanted to lose a few pounds. Maybe you're saying, well, Becca, that's great, but how the heck do I get someone that doesn't even really know me to open up with me and tell me all of these things? Well, it's really not that hard. People are craving this kind of conversation. They want someone to listen to them and really care about the answers that they say. So all you have to do is create a space for it in your conversations. We're going to talk this afternoon a little bit about exactly how to do that, but I wanted to give you just some quick tips for it. So when someone inquires with you and they just say, hey, I want some more information about your challenge group, you can reply with a quick little breakdown about what your challenge group is. And then at the end, ask an open-ended question about their why and say, tell me, what are your goals for this challenge? What is motivating you to do this? What do you want to accomplish during this time? And then wait and see what they say back. Then when they say something back, you can ask more open-ended questions. Dig a little bit deeper. You can say phrases like, tell me more, or how would that make you feel? And get them to really investigate what it is that they want to accomplish. Sometimes people haven't even really taken the time to figure it out for themselves. Maybe all they know is that they don't feel good and they want to stop that. But when they actually sit down to think about it, they'll say, I want to be able to do this thing and I want to feel accomplished, or I want to feel strong, or I want to feel pretty again, or I want to feel confident. And having those things figured out can empower them and make them even more excited to go on this journey. And having you there as someone that's actually taking a vested interest in what they need and what they want is going to make them feel confident joining this journey with you. So that's our little tips for today. I hope that that gives you a really great starting off point. And check back tonight. We're going to talk more about how to discover people's why.